Hello.
Hello,
This meeting is being recorded.
I'm all well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, my friend. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you see me okay?
yeah.
Having a bit of trouble seeing you.
Okay, okay, nothing.
All good.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, how's it going? All right?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I just had a bit of a long day, to be honest. I just finished about an hour ago, and I traveled from work, and I came about just right on about 5:55. So yeah.
Okay, no worries there. So are you fine to jump straight into things then?
Sorry?
Are you okay to jump straight into things?
Yeah,
Okay,
straight up,
sure.
yeah.
No worries there. So yeah, I've got the application that you submitted with us. Do, do, do. But I would appreciate it if you could give me a high level overview of what motivated you to book the call in the first place.
Yeah, sure. So like the reason why I'm keen on this program is to learn the skill set. Second thing is very valuable skill set in this market because in Corona time like you could have made a lot of money doing Amazon FBA is because now it's very popular and I want to learn it. It's because I'm working and I'm not making that much money and I just want to do this and learn the skill set and then just amplify as well.
Okay, no worries there. Now I know you mentioned you're working right now. What are you doing for work right now then?
I work in hospitality.
Hospitality. Okay. So the thing is, I know you mentioned as well that you're not making much money right now, which is I can definitely appreciate. The one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to put you in a bad position financially in order to use our services. That would be extremely irresponsible of us.
Yeah, okay.
So I know you mentioned on the application you had £1,000 to £2,000 to
Yes.
potentially invest into something like this. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know like how much you would have specifically set aside to start a successful Amazon FBA business?
I mean, like, it's because I'm interested in the wholesaling part, right? I'm interested, and like, you would need a minimum of £1,000 to start, if I'm not wrong. Minimum, like, the maximum could be whatever number. So, like, like, I'm willing to put 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. It's because you don't want to put all your money in. Like, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Like, do you
Absolutely,
get what
yes.
I'm trying to say?
So in terms of the the funds needed for stock, a
Yeah,
thousand pounds at a minimum is a good place to start.
yeah.
But when it comes to the investment required for our services, that's what the question was asking you. Some people get confused there.
Okay, but
So
like
in
I
terms
don't
in
know
ter
how much the mentorship is for you, like for you guys. I don't know how much you
Sure,
guys are.
I'll explain everything here. So, in terms of our services, it ranges from £1,000 to £2,000. In
Okay,
terms of the stock requirement, it's £1,000 as a minimum. So you're looking at a £2,000 to £3,000 decision. Is that something that fits in line with your budget?
yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And in terms of the range there, um, obviously, our £2,000 service is going to get you a better, quicker, faster result. But the question I have for you is, are you happy for me to explain how our higher tier service works, or do you have a strict budget in terms of you can only do 1,000, and I would just show you how the £1,000 service works?
Uh, can you show me both if you don't mind? If you,
Both? Okay, no worries. So yeah, from there I take it that a potential £3,000 decision is not going to put you in a bad position financially. That's the one thing I want to make clear.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. No worries there. So in terms of the video, I know you mentioned yesterday that you were able to go through everything, which is great.
Yeah.
Was there anything missing from the video that you would have liked to have been addressed in a bit more detail?
Yeah, sure. So like I wanted to like how many of you guys of the mentees that you have mentored are usually in the group chat or in the community? How many are there? And like what's like the realistic figure that you can earn? Like I know that's not the attitude to have like, but usually as when you're starting Amazon, the minimum you should be aiming for is 20% ROI or 30% ROI.
Sure, I can show that to you. So before I explain how that bit works, are you clear on how our offer and our guarantee works?
No,
Okay, so we guarantee that you make £100,000 in sales within 12 months of working with us, but there's an
okay,
action-based guarantee there. So you have to contact at least 100 suppliers and you have to test at least 50 products. If you've done that, but you haven't gotten to at least £100,000 in sales, after 12 months of working with us, we refund your entire investment back to your bank account that you paid for our service in the first place. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, cool.
Got it. And that guarantee is going to be outlined in the contract that we would both sign together before we move forward. Is that clear?
Sure.
Cool. And now to answer your question in terms of how many people we have in our service right now, let me show my screen here. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
So at this current moment in time, we have 426 members. Now, obviously, not all 426 members are like active Amazon FBA owners. A lot of these people, they joined from a few years, a year or two back, and they're no longer active here. So we haven't separated the inactive people yet. But in terms of the people that follow our instructions and they take advantage of the support that we give them, in terms of the results that they pretty much can look to expect, and it would be something along this. So you can see Camellia here. In the last 12 months, so from September last year to September this year, she's made just over £150,000 in sales. Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Brilliant.
Cool.
Brilliant.
So in the first few months, as you can see, it's a bit tricky as she was still trying to learn how to run a business for the very first time. She was still learning how to implement our systems, how the actual Amazon FBA business model works. So that's why in the beginning, it's a bit tough. So before I go on here, is this period here where it's going to be like maybe 4, 5, 6 months of things being difficult? Is that something you're prepared for?
Can you say that again? The internet broke up. Can you say that, sorry?
All right, so you can see this bit here, right? So
Yeah.
in the first maybe four months, maybe in 4 months here,
I'm here to
it
hear.
was a bit it was difficult for her. So she's making less than 9,000 in sales every month. My question to you is this something you're prepared for, where it's going to be difficult in the beginning?
I mean, like, the thing is, like, when you do a business, you can't have this assumption you're always gonna be making money. It's because like there's gonna be ups and downs, but it's all a learning process. Like as the first thing in business or in any job you do, it's always a learning process. You get me? It's always a
Absolutely, yeah.
learning process.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that you have the right expectations, the right mentality before I went on it. Because like if you're looking to like quit your job this time tomorrow, that's just not going to happen here. This is a long term. Yeah, sure. So yeah, if I show you some other sort of results here, there's Amar. As you can see here, the beginning very difficult, making less than 6,000 in sales for like 4 months before he finds that winning sort of product, that winning system, and then he sells up aggressively. And as you can see here, there has been a month where he's made less than 12,000 in sales in a month. Well, that's roughly going to be like 2.5 to 4,000 in profit within that range.
No problem.
Cool.
Yeah, so like this guy has made 101,000 in the past 12 months. All right, cool. So like 30K was like in profit basically. 25K, you
So
could
in
say.
terms of profit margins, you're looking at between 20 and 35%. So 20 to 35,000 pounds would be profit. But take this into account. You're going to be reinvesting your profit back into your business, so you can scale it. Is that something you're
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
got it? So yeah, in terms of the way things work, has that answered your question in terms of like, the results you can expect and like how our community works?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Is that clear? Have you got any more questions in terms of how that works?
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, in terms of what was I going to say? If I stop sharing my screen for a second. So yeah, in terms of the way these calls pretty much work, the majority of people that I speak to, they fall into one of three categories, and I just want to work out which one that you fall into before we move on here. So I know how to best direct our call. So you've got category number one, you've got people here talking to other companies, researching other companies, and they're pretty much here to waste everyone's time. Then you've got number two, people that have a spouse or a partner, sometimes even their family members, that they need to make a decision with and they can't be here on the call today. And then you've got category number three, people that are here to make a simple decision by themselves. So out of those three options there, which one do you feel like you fall into right now? Three? Cool, nice there. So in terms of our services then, just so I know how to best tailor this call towards your needs, I know you mentioned you're looking to learn the skill set. of how to do this. But is there anything specific you're hoping we could help you with?
I mean, in this mentorship and in this course, you're gonna teach us everything because this is my first time doing an e-commerce. I'm gonna be honest with you, like freshman new baby to e-commerce. So that's the reason why I said skill set because I've done other stuff, but but like in terms of e-commerce, like I really wanted to go in. So yeah, and just try it out and just work really hard. Because one thing about me, I am a very hardworking person. Like like I just want to go there and smash. So I believe in something called a meritocracy. The harder you work, like the bigger the reward. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
That's the right sort of approach to take to this. But in terms of like getting specific help from us or from Jats,
oh yeah,
um,
sure, oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like, for example, like when you're starting out, like basic stuff, like can you analyze this product for me, or do you think it's going to be profitable? What software
sure,
should I like what suppliers and like just beginning of it and just like communicating with other community people like where they got wrong at the beginning how can I not avoid that mistake what they did so for example when you started this thing at the beginning what mistakes you did so I can't do it so I can accelerate forward like you can pronounce these kind of stuff and like what's your feedback what's your recommendation how could I improve these kind of services I'm talking about.
got it. Makes a lot of sense. I'll make sure that when I explain how our services work, it goes through everything there. But before I get into things, I just want to give you a brief like understanding of like how I structure these calls. So, by now I take it you have a good understanding of who we are, what we do, how our offer and our guarantee works. Is that correct?
I would say so yeah correct
Cool.
yeah.
So yeah, from here, I just have a few more questions for you to make sure that we can 100% help you in the first place. If we can, I'll share my screen with you so you can see a visual representation of how our services are going to work and benefit you. And by the end of the call, I'm just looking for a simple yes or no answer. And
Okay.
either way is fine. Is that something you're comfortable with?
Yeah,
Cool, no worries there. So yeah, the first question I have for you, just to align our expectations here again, what's your 6 to 12 month goal with Amazon FBA right now?
I mean, to be honest with you, like work really hard and just hit over 100,000. I know the target is 100,000, but like you want to aim for a higher number, even if you don't get the high number, at least you get 100,000. Like a bit more ambitious. Like just there, learning the skill set and just amplifying with the networks and just building up groups and yeah, and just learning the skill set and just getting as much as return as possible.
No worries there. That makes a lot of sense. But the reality is, a lot of people say they're going to put in the work, they're hard workers, they want to get to at least 100,000 in sales. I hear that pretty much every single day.
Okay.
But the reality is, most
It's a lot of
people
hard
they
work,
don't
I guess.
achieve that. Yeah. Most people quit after like 30, maybe 60 days once things get tough, and they realize like the reality of being a new business owner. So my question to you is, how motivated are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to go through all those sacrifices, through all the pain, all the headaches of building a successful Amazon FBA business?
10, 10
10.
is
Okay. What has you at an absolute 10 out of 10 right now?
and it's because if I wasn't serious, I swear to God, I would have never left my job at 4:30 and come here. And yeah, it's because my manager was like to me, oh yeah, like do you want to work extra time? That extra time I could have made another 100, sorry, and another £9. So I came into home and like you can tell. But like I want to ask you a question. You see the top mentees of yours, how many hours do they usually put? Like
So
per week.
So the most successful people within our service, they put in the most amount of time because they have the highest level of motivation here. It's
That's
just
good.
like as you mentioned before, if you've got that meritocratic mindset where the more effort, the more time you put into something, and the greater result that you get, that's exactly what you're gonna get with Amazon FBA. It's a case of like, do you think you're going to be more successful just putting in barely an hour a day, where you contact maybe 5 suppliers in that time? Or do you think you're going to be more successful if you put in 5 hours a day into this and you contact 100 manufacturers every day and you phone them and you email them and you make sure that they understand that you're serious and they're going to take you seriously? Who do you think's going to succeed here?
The person that puts in more hours, like 5, 10 hours, and then email them, calling them, etc.
Exactly. And is that something you feel like you would be able to do? Got it. Yeah, just want to make sure you do have the time there because that's where a lot of people mess up as well. Um, some people they do have they have tens of thousands of pounds for this, but the reason they fail is because they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to put the time in to learn how to do this properly. They'd rather outsource everything from day one, and they build a business on a house of cards where you take one person out of their business and the whole thing crumbles. In order to be successful with this, you need to get your hands dirty from day one so you understand each and every aspect of your Amazon FBA business. Is that clear to you?
Correct.
Cool. So I know that uh, the goal here is hitting over 100,000 sales. My question to you is, have you been looking at other business models, or have you 100% decided that Amazon FBA is that the right sort of thing for you to get that sort of goal there?
Yeah, sure. Like, I looked at drop shipping, I looked at other stuff, and like that did not really appeal to me. Like Amazon FBA, like really appealed to me compared to other e-commerce because it's because it's more convenient. With like drop shipping, what you're competing is against price. Literally, like when you're doing drop shipping, all you're bloody doing is competing against the price. And like the person who has got the lowest price, they end up winning it. But like with Amazon FBA, like you've got variety of options and it's scalable, etc. So yeah,
Okay, makes a lot of sense. In terms of Amazon FBA, that makes clear sense. Another thing I'd have to ask you here, just to be completely straight up with you, before our call here today, I'm sure you were aware of this, but you could get free information from the internet to teach you how to do product research, to how to find the right suppliers. So, have you considered trying this for free by yourself before, or have you come to the conclusion that you want Jax's help to help you succeed with this in a much shorter time frame?
exactly. And that's what I wanted. I'll tell you one thing. Like you can spend hours on YouTube, and like the thing is, it depends on who's producing the content. Is that content legit? Like, do they have the right intention? Like, do they really want to help you? If you buy a course or mentorship, right, you're paying the bloody money. Like if you're gonna be paying the money, you're gonna take him way more serious. Like like that's and second thing is like when you watch free content, but like if you need any help, like how you gonna contact them? Honestly, you can't.
Absolutely, yeah. The way free content works is they'll show you everything from A to F. The rest of the letters are going to be behind a paywall. They'll never show you A to Z. That's just pretty much how it is. But yeah, in terms of I'm sure you've seen this as well, where there's tons of people on the internet. I'm sure you've seen on like your Instagram or your TikTok or your YouTube feed, different ads, different like influencers teaching you how to do Amazon FBA. So my question is, have you reached out to any of them before, or has it just been chats?
I'll be honest with you, like in this age and era, like you can't know who's real and who's fake. Like I did some research and he seems to be very transparent and etc. So like that's the reason why I went up with him. So yeah, I mean
Okay,
like uh, I mean like I mean like but in terms of FBA Amazon, like you find so many people there,
yes, that's
so
why I asked
many.
because there's
Like
tons of people out there.
yeah,
But I was like, what I want to know is why pick Jats out of like 1,000 other people that are going to show you like the flashing lights and the bells and whistles of like something like
exactly.
this?
As soon as I see a Lamborghini or Ferrari or a big mansion,
Yeah,
bro, I'm following you. Like I know like you're not legit. It's because the thing about me, I have traded before. I know who's fake and who's real. Like who's trying to sell you and who's trying to not sell you. Like
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people do say that. In terms of Jats's content, there's no like excessive holidays or fast cars or fast women or big rented mansions. It's just Jats just showing you the realities of like what business looks like and why people succeed with this and why people don't succeed with this, and that's pretty much it. That's something that a lot of people do resonate with. The other like the last question pretty much I have for you here is I know you mentioned your motivation to do this is a 10 out of 10 right now, which is great. That's what we're looking for. But is starting your own business, your own Amazon FBA business, is that a genuine priority for you right now? And the only reason why I ask is because a lot of people do want to do this, but they have their job that just acts as a safety net, and it isn't a real actual genuine priority for them. When they come into our service, they don't take full advantage of all the support that we give them. So
Okay.
my question to you is this a genuine priority for you right now?
Yes. So the reason why I say that the general prioritization is because I'm gonna work for another 1 month, yeah, and then I'm gonna do part-time, so like Saturday and Sunday, and as I'll be earning like for 2 days, and the rest of the days I'll be focused on this. Even on Saturday and Sunday, I can come in the evening and just do this. Like, do you get where I'm coming
Yes.
from?
But if you're going to look to go part-time,
No, I mean, like, you're gonna have to think about it this way. You have to work smarter, so it's not always about hard work.
yes, yes. But the one thing I'd want
But
to ask you
this
is that
time,
if you're going to go part-time in like a month from now, how are you going to support yourself financially if you're just starting an Amazon FBA business here? Because I mentioned before, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. You're going to have to reinvest a profit back into your business.
yeah.
So how would you be supporting yourself in a month from now if you're going part-time?
I mean, it's possible, right? So, I mean, like, I live in a family, and like, I don't pay for anything, so like, well, that's the thing.
No worries, that's cool. So yeah, before I show my screen here, there's one big reason why people like never make any money with business, especially like on these calls here. Um, they like the idea of being a successful business owner, but they never want to take any risks. So the one thing I want to understand here is if you've never invested into a mentor before, um, are you going to let fear be a deciding factor as to whether you join our services or not?
No.
Okay, and why do you feel like that wouldn't play a role into your decision-making process?
Um, it's a big. It's because as soon as you do business, it's like you sign a contract with yourself that you're gonna have sleepless night, you're gonna have headaches, you're gonna have like your day. Like, there's gonna be months where you're not gonna be making money. Like, there's gonna be hurdles. Like, for example, like, when you're doing business, you have to accept that, man. Like this generation, this new generation, yeah, they just think everything is easy, this and that, bro. It's not.
No worries, I can appreciate that. Well, that's true. A lot of people, they want all the nice things without taking the pain, the suffering, the risks that go along with it.
Exactly. It's all about the
Yeah.
process.
So, so what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to share my screen so you can get a better understanding. Okay, let me show you the. Do you have a pen and paper to take notes with? Cool. All good. So yeah, can you see my screen?
yeah, sure. In order
Everything
for us
clear?
to,
Cool. So, in order for us to help you make your first £100,000 in sales within the next 12 months from now, after launching your Amazon FBA business, there's 4 steps that we have to take. So, step number 1 is going to be your initial setup. Then we're going to help you with product research. Then we're going to help you find the right suppliers. And then we're going to help you scale your business for the years to come. Is that clear to you?
yeah,
And do you have any questions in terms of how this is going to work?
helping you find the right product, finding the right suppliers for you. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. Cool.
Got it. So, when it comes to your initial setup, we're going to help you set up your wholesale company, your business bank account, your company website, your company email, and your Amazon seller account. Now, I know it sounds like there's quite a few things to set up there, but Jats has broken everything down in a click-by-click format, so you're compliant and good to go from day one. It takes like less than 48 hours to set everything up if you just follow exactly what we say in the instructions. And the main benefit for you here is when you're talking to manufacturers, they're going to respect you. They're going to take you seriously because you've set everything up correctly. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
And do you have any questions in terms of how it's going to work?
No, no. It's because
Okay,
you
cool,
guys are gonna show it in YouTube, so on the video. So yeah, it's fine.
cool. So yeah, the next stage after this is going to be helping you with product research. So this is where the majority of people fail with Amazon FBA because they spend months pouring thousands of pounds into the wrong products. So to make sure that this doesn't happen to you and to make sure that you succeed, you're going to get the 5-point checklist that Jats has built after years of doing this in order to find the hidden gems with a proven sales history from big brands that customers already know, like, and they trust. So once you've built up the experience, you'll be able to research the correct products in a few minutes. So you'll be able to research things at speed here. And then from there, we teach you how to start bundling your winners. So the profit flywheel method. Are you clear on how this works? Have you seen Jax's recent content on this?
No, I haven't. Is it
Okay,
possible?
cool. No worries there. So bundling is where you sell items that complement each other as a bundle. So say, for example, Coke and straws, car cleaning kit. So say, for example, you have the liquid, the dust collector, the sponge. You would put that in one listing and then you would sell that as one item. Make sense? And again, as another example here, soap and shampoo. But to give you a visual like representation of how that would work, can you see my screen here?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, so this is tooth whitening powder. As you can see here, 5,000 were bought in the last month. Can you see that?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Got it. So there's clear demand here. People are buying this. The next step after this would be working out what can we bundle this product with. A good item to pick would be this, a tongue scraper. If someone wants to whiten their teeth, they're going to want a clean tongue as well. It's extremely likely. And as you can see here, 4,000 were bought in the last month. So there's clear proof of demand here. Make sense?
Yeah.
And to take this a step further, what we can do is we can bundle all of this with this here. So a plaque removing kit. So to remove all the old dirt from your teeth, we can pair all these items together. And as you can see here, over 2,000 were bought in the last month. So there's clear demand here as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we would bundle this with this and with this, and we would sell that as one listing, one product. Is that clear to
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why we do that is because it's going to be much more difficult for your competitor to copy you, and it's going to be easier for you to build your business moat for the months and months and years to come. So the problem with the traditional wholesale method is that you just stick to one product. If it sells well for like 2, maybe 3 weeks, you get a bunch of other people copying you. They tank the price lower, and then you don't make any money. Your margins go too low, and then you have to find a new product. So you're constantly in that cycle of finding new products before someone else copies you. So this method here, bundling, that's what solves that and helps you to build a business where you can um, build something that's going to last here, because it's going to be more difficult for your competitors to copy you as you own that listing. If other people try and copy you, kick them off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Got it. Now it's also going to be easier for you to negotiate discounts with manufacturers, and it's going to be easier for you to make 30% plus profit margins doing it this way. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Cool. Do you have any questions on how bundling is going to work?
No, that's fine.
Okay, now to make sure you don't invest money into bad products, you're going to fill out a product research form and submit it to Jats for him to review. He'll give you his feedback, and if he believes you found a winning product, you'll be ready for the next stage, which is source the suppliers for it. So you would go here, you would type in your name. So you would type in Nasir. You would type in the product link, the product ASIN doesn't meet the 5 checks. Yes, that's great. No, but it's 5 to 5, so he just wants to confirm. Then you would submit that. Jats would go through it. He would give you the green light if you found the right product. But if you found the wrong thing, he'll tell you why it's wrong. So you don't invest time and money into the wrong things from day one. Is that clear?
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Like products or something. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
And just to make sure that it's clear to you, this is unlimited. You can submit as many of these as you want. So if you wanted to, you could submit 100 in one day. It might take Jats a while to go through every one, but he'll get back to you to make sure you've got the right product from the very beginning here. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, sure. Like, if you don't mind me asking, what is product ASIN? ASIN.
So the product ASIN, if I just show you the standard definition here without sort of any confusion. So what is product ASIN?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I just define this here. So this is the Amazon Standard Identification Number. It's a 10-digit alphanumeric code that identifies products on Amazon. So it's pretty self-explanatory there. So that's what's going to allow Jats to work out the correct products alongside the link that you provide. Does that make sense?
Brilliant. No problem.
Yeah, so it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a term. So yeah, before we go on here, do you have any questions about how we're going to help you with product research?
It's fine. Perfect. Thank you.
No worries. So the next stage after this is going to be helping you find the right suppliers. So after Jax has given you the green light with the product that you've researched, it's time to get connected with the suppliers of that product and build partnerships with them. So this is again a place where a lot of people mess up. Most people use suppliers that have no testimonials, they're bad when it comes to communication. They sell on Amazon themselves, so there's a conflict of interest. So say, for example, you phone them up requesting a product, they would research it themselves. If it fits into their business plan, they would sell it on Amazon themselves. So they would cut you out the process. And they're very unclear in their pricing. What we're going to do is we're going to help you partner with suppliers that are diligent when it comes to communication. They have fast turnaround times for your shipments. So you're going to get a lot of 5-star reviews because your customers are happy. They're getting their products on time. They have a good reputation in the community. They have strong testimonials. They have a simple pricing and discount threshold for you. So it's going to be easier for you to plan your business for the months to come, especially in the holiday periods where you need to know the stock you need to buy and what your margins are projected to be. And they already come recommended by other sellers, especially Jats and our other successful students. So when it comes to the type of suppliers we're going to help you get connected with, is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Got it. Now, to make sure you don't get taken advantage of by any supplier, even if they're in this box here, we're going to give you the exact word-by-word calling and email scripts that you need in order to source that and partner with the right supplier. So we'll tell you what to say in the phone and we'll tell you what to say in email to make sure that they understand that you're not a beginner and they give you the best rates. So we'll give you a checklist of questions that you need to ask them. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Got it. And we'll also give you guidance on how to conduct test shipments. So to work out if there's product market fit as quickly and as cheaply as possible. So you would invest a small amount of your budget on stock initially to see if it's selling fast. If it is, then we'll give you the green light to buy more stock so you can scale your business. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions in terms of how we're going to help you find the right suppliers and how we're going to help you conduct test shipments?
No, not really.
Okay, not really? Everything clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like do you guys have like your own suppliers, like where you would recommend it, if you know what I mean? Where you guys do business with, if you know what I mean?
So we can get you connected with that, but the majority of people, they just follow the process that we give them to find suppliers because not everyone sells the same products, not everyone sells the same thing. So it's going to be a case of finding the right supplier for you, the product that you've researched specifically, and getting the best rate with them. That's why we teach you the specific way to find the right supplier for you and for you personally. It's more of a personalized sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Rather
yeah,
than a one-size-fits-all manufacturer, where it's a case of everyone contacts the same person and sells the same products, and it gets back to the same sort of like scenario where everyone just starts competing on price, and then no one makes any money. Does that make sense?
correct, yeah.
Okay, so the next stage after this is going to be helping you scale your business for the years to come. So here's where you should be within 90 days from now if you were to take action. So you'll know how to research A-grade products, sell them in bundles, and make 30% plus profit margins on them. You'll have fully mastered how to get the right suppliers for your product specifically, and you'll have made a few £1,000s in sales. So from here, it's time to start buying back your time. We do this by looking at your winning listings and teaching you how to expand your product line. So say for as I showed you here, this product and this product and this product within one thing would be one listing. We'll teach you how to get multiple of these, so your risk is spread across multiple listings and multiple products. So if one stops selling for some reason, you have other listings in your portfolio to help you bring revenue into your business. Is that clear to you?
Correct, yeah.
So your risk is lower as you scale your business. So it's going to be more sustainable. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Cool. Now, we'll give you the plug and play templates and systems that Jats has built so you can place them in your business so it practically runs itself. We'll help you hire virtual assistants and give you the processes you need to source them, to hire them, to train them, and delegate to them so they take over. So this is going to be a case of you contacting a virtual assistant, hiring them for a few hours to do product research for you, to contact manufacturers for you, so you can take a step out of the business to focus on things that are going to like move the needle in the long run. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
And do you have any questions in terms of how this is going to work for you, in terms of how we're going to help you scale your business?
Uh, no, no, I'm not, no, not really, yeah.
Okay, cool. Not really. Is everything clear here?
Yeah, yeah. I will
Okay.
already. So yeah.
So now to make sure we help you succeed with product research, sourcing, and scaling, you're going to have unlimited access to accountability and support calls. So you fill out a short form and we work out if the problem that you have is a simple 30-second fix or if a call is going to be needed. And the thing is, we encourage you to overuse this option, especially in the beginning. And technically, you could have a call with us every single day if you wanted to. So this is what that would look like. If you go here, you type in your name. So
Okay.
Nasir. You type in your query. So I need help sourcing multiple suppliers. Supplier number one has given me XYZ quote. What's the best way for me to negotiate from here? You would submit that. Then either Jats or one of our successful community leaders would get back to you to help you 100% resolve this problem here. Once you've gotten through that, you'll know exactly what to do and what you need to implement to solve this problem so you can move on to the next stage of your business. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
And again, this is unlimited, so you can like request like 10 calls a day if you wanted to. There's no limit on how you can like how many calls you can request from us, and we want to make sure that you get the most amount of support as possible, especially in the beginning, where as you're a new business owner, this is what you're going to need in order to like be as successful as quickly as possible here. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. I had a small question, right? Like, at what stage do you think you would need a virtual assistant? That's question one. And would that be like a higher stage when you're making over like 10,000 profit per month? That's when do you think you need a virtual assistant? One. Second question, in terms of sourcing the product, there's like thousands of products or millions of products on Amazon. Like, in terms of like, how do you know like if this product is the right one or the supply the right one? Like, it's probably on the videos from your experience.
So in terms of like finding the right product, as I mentioned before, um, you're just using a simple 5-point checklist. That's what
Okay.
JATS has refined. What's it called? Refined after years of doing this. So it's not a complicated process. The reason why we break it down to just 5 points is so that you're able to research products with speed to find the right one, and then you can submit as many product research forms as quickly as possible. So JATS knows the right one to like help you get started with. Is that clear?
You're perfect, yeah.
Cool. And to answer your question when it comes to virtual assistants, um, the stage where you would do that is once you start getting to perhaps like £4,000 to £5,000 in profit every month. So that's roughly the once you start making over 100,000 in sales every year, that's when it would start to make sense to hire a virtual assistant. And as I mentioned before, you don't need to um, hire them full time and pay them like £2,000 every month. You can hire them for a few hours, as and when you need them. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
Cool. And yeah, so before I move on, do you have any questions on how we're going to help you scale or how the unlimited accountability and support calls are going to work for you?
No, it's fine, it's fine. You explained it well.
Okay. So it says the call's going to end here in like a minute and 40 seconds. So I'm going to stop the sharing here. Just rejoin the same call with the same link in like 20